Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoffs. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Mountaineers offense will get the first possession of the game. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways. This guy is very dangerous.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. And back to the air on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Another incompletion on third down. And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full, because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. So the Houston Cougars offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Fires to the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2. Can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical. Got to break tackles. Got to go through people. Whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. They'll go to the air. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams, and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
Right down the middle. He's got it. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Now on first down from the 43. The lone back's got it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll run play action. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Houston offense comes onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Using the quick game. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
It's complete on the right side. That defense got gassed, but they finally get it to the turf at the 47. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Release to the back. That's caught. It's Charles. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. After moving the sticks with the pass, here we are on 1st down. They keep attacking through the air. Looking to the big tight end. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. 2nd and 10 here. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They've already converted a 4th down here in the 1st quarter, and they'll try it again. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
And that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the 1st down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. The 10. The ball's free. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Holy cow, how about that? You think he's going in for the score. It looks like he's going to get it. He fumbles the football. Who's going to get it? Johnny on the spot. The offense finds the football, lands on it, and gets the touchdown.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Fires into traffic, picked off. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, did he set his offense up at the 30.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His 1st interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier...
And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Cougars. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Jordan. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets it out fast. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
They finally get him on the ground, but not before. It's off enough for a first down. And the Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. They're bringing heat. That's caught. It's Jordan.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Paul. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
The Mountaineers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. A new set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs, and now this week, just off.
He's going to let it go. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets it, and the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. He's going to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Mountaineers! What a catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14, Houston, 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man. And sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
On second down, wants to throw it. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. The field goal is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. All wideouts, no backs. Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his tight end. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Gonna take a shot. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point was good to finish things off. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going up top on first down. He's got it down the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Oh, he missed it. No good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. One more snap coming before halftime. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. Grabs it inside the 15. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, we wondered all week how this one was going to play out, and through 2 quarters of ball, the answer is like a good old-fashioned barn burner.
And the Mountaineers will boot it away to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Houston offense once again. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9.
That QB might want to register as a 501c3. With the amount of donations he is making to the other team right now, interception number 4 now, putting his team in a bad position time and time again. We might want to start thinking about a change here.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. The inside handoff. Touchdown, West Virginia. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete now.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Quickly complete.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. Breaks the tackle. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Mountaineers are marching down the field. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
West Virginia, 28. Houston.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good...
He's going for the big play. And he throws another interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. The give from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Nice sack by the defense. Great job getting to him, getting him on the ground. That's the 4th sack of the day. This defense has had some bright moments. They've also given up some big plays. Keep rushing the quarterback, but keep that coverage intact in the back end.
They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Mountaineers are threatening in the red zone. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Just nowhere to go on that one, right? It's 3rd down, and you're trying to create something positive with your quarterback who's athletic. Maybe he can make a guy miss. Maybe he can spring it, but this defense just not having it. They are locked in. They know how critical these 3rd downs are in this game. And to their entire season, they're playing really good football in these critical down and distances.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He unleashes a long one. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
A little screen to the running back. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. They'll throw it on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback will audible. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Third down has been right in the wheelhouse on this drive. They've already converted a couple of times, but they need the full 10 yards now. Looking downfield. Lost, the defense is wide open. Touchdown, Houston! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. On the move at the 30. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
It's really frustrating because you're fighting. You know you have to get the ball back to your offense. You're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and then he goes and does something like that. Just pulls the rabbit out of the hat, makes the play, gets the first down. I got to try to stay focused. Man, I got to get this ball back to my offense.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll do it himself. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got an open man. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found some.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mountaineers. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes the Houston offense once again. From the gun, running back gets the give. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Smashes through. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. The running back has it. Bulls his way forward. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? And the Mountaineers will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. With the clock running, this should be the final play. 3